Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on Cincy Lifestyle as we hit the middle part of the week. We appreciate you taking a little time and spending it with us. Gloomy skies outside, but, you know, otherwise it's a nice day. And, oh, look, is that Allie Martin?
Yes, it's so wonderful to join you today, Clyde.
Holy cow! Did we point out?
I know.
I act surprised, but I knew she was going to be here. And I'm excited about it. But we just want to point out, Mona has the day off, but she is not sick. She is just taking some well-deserved time off. So you know, Mona will be here with us tomorrow. She's having a good time. Mona, if you're watching, we love you and we miss you.
Yes. Subbing in for Mona today on this National Denim Day. Clyde, where's your denim?
My denim is on the southern it's below the equator. I don't have a denim vest or a denim shirt, but I do have.
I have two here for you.
Oh, thank you.
I put out a poll this morning for Instagram. I have the vest going, and then I also have a regular denim, and I have an oversized denim that may just fit you. I don't know, maybe.
Okay, well, send it on down, and I'll try to get it on by the end of the show.
I have to admit, I'm a big fan of the Canadian tuxedo. I've worn it several times on the show, as we all know. But do you know the history? Do you know the history of a Canadian tuxedo?
Until our producer uttered those words from her sweet and lovely mouth, no, I'd never heard of a Canadian tuxedo.
Which blows my mind. So obviously a Canadian tuxedo is denim on denim. But listen to this. So according to the historian Lynn Downey, the Canadian tuxedo was born in 1951 by an incident at an upscale hotel in Vancouver, Canada. Makes sense. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
But okay, Bing Crosby was involved with this. He loved Canada to begin with, and he had already had much of his stardom at that point, but he was going hunting for the day, and he went to go check in at this hotel, and they denied his check-in because he was underdressed and wasn't in a three-piece suit, until one of the bellhops said, hey, no, this guy is really famous. And the guy who denied him got in trouble, and obviously people gave him a hard time. So that's where that apparently and claimed fame, the Canadian tuxedo, came from. But Levi's really what was the start and the creator of it. But the name Canadian tuxedo came from Bing Crosby.
Well, you know, I mean, since we've been in this new environment here, and I pretty much have the studio to myself, I've been wearing half the Canadian tuxedo every day for the last month and a half or 2 months. In point of fact, there is a picture of me similarly dressed today, and I don't know, Allie, if I am ever going back, because this is just entirely too comfortable.
I was gonna say, if I were you, I would be wearing sweatpants every day. No one's going to know.
Well, you never know when the cameras will absolutely slip, and that is not a pretty sight, I guarantee you.
True. Well, moving on from our Canadian tuxedo, and while you've got your jeans on, let's head to the farm. A local couple have turned their passion for self-sustainability into a successful business full of fun, urban gardening, and pollination. We had the chance to go behind the hive at Geyser Bee Company to learn all about how they're saving the bees. Take a look.
You gonna go down to the bees with us?
Best part.
Oh, that one's left out. We'll be back.
The Geyser Bee Company is a full-service beekeeping organization with the #1 goal to educate people on the importance of honeybees by offering classes and hands-on bee experiences. But that's not all. Corey and Crystal also garden, compost, and raise chickens, peacocks, and goats, each playing an important role in their self-sustaining success.
So, you know, we have the bees, obviously, and they're our big pollinator here, and so we harvest honey from them. The goats, they're more for entertainment. We will use their milk in the soap we make. We make goat's milk soap up in the barn, and so we'll use the milk from them. But it's really, you know, a means for the kids to play with. The chickens, obviously, we have for the eggs, and you can actually use chickens in beekeeping as a means of what's called integrated pest management. So the chickens will eat things like hive beetles and wax moths that can actually get in and cause infestation in a weak beehive. And then the peacocks we got as, I guess, a kind of a retirement for them. They were on display at the zoo and needed somewhere quiet to retire, and we always encourage people to come check them out too.
The Goat Whisperer. Corey and Crystal have spent years developing their property, learning that it doesn't take acres to accomplish what they have now.
One, we kind of call this an urban farm, even though we're technically not in an urban setting. But where we used to live at, we had a very small piece of land, and every available inch was used for exactly what we're doing here. And so we try to show people, with the beehives, you don't need more than 8 square feet to keep, actually 4 square feet to keep a beehive. It's very simple, as long as their flight path is not obscured and your neighbors are okay with it. It doesn't take much space, raised garden beds, stuff like that. You don't need a lot of space to do the more farm type of rural setting stuff.
In addition to Geyser Bee Company, Corey and Crystal are full-time parents, and Corey also works as a part-time doctor. But no matter what responsibilities are thrown their way, they always find time for the farm.
Really, the biggest thing is that it came from a passion. It came from a love of animals and insects. And the biggest thing is that people are always, well, how do you find time? How do you find time? Well, when you really enjoy something and you really care about it, that's all you need. At the time, you make the time for it. So, people say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. If you're really passionate about something, you'll make the time for it, and right?
Amen to that. And Geyser Bee Company is also offering free shipping on gifts to healthcare workers right now, as well as no contact pickup for any of their honey, soap, or skincare products. And you can find more information at geyserbeeco.com or on their Facebook page. Clyde?
Allie, that made me feel so much more relaxed. Thanks. There's no denying that science is important for kids' development. It teaches them life skills about our world, helps them develop opinions based on what they see, and just creates an overall awareness. And one woman is making this learning process fun as well. So we're glad to have with us this morning Chelsea Clark, the director and CEO of Cincy STEM Lab. Chelsea, thanks so much for joining us via Skype this morning. You're going to show us an experiment on germs today, right?
Absolutely. Good morning, Mr. Davis, and thank you all for having us back. So we have our assistant here. This is Elena. We call her scientist Elena. She's going to go ahead and put her hands in our box. This is called our ultraviolet light box. Now, if you see as she turns her hands, that her hands are glowing. That is because we have germs. We've put simulated germs on her hands. So isn't it absolutely fitting for what's happening right now? So we see all those germs that are highlighted and bright. She's going to go ahead and turn and wash her hands properly. And what this experiment is about is making sure that our little ones, especially, get in their nails, scrub their hands really great, especially for 20 seconds. We don't have 20 seconds today, but we will be able to see the difference of what happens when we properly clean our hands and our germs are actually gone, which keeps us safe and healthy. So go ahead and put your hands back in.
Now that does make a difference.
It does. Do you see how now the glowing is gone?
Sure.
There's only a few areas that we miss. So turn your hands. Very nice. So that's just one way of getting kids involved and interested in cleaning up after themselves for fun.
So
and then
let me dive in a second, because we do want to help folks understand that you do have kits to help kids develop their interest in learning. Can you tell us what are in those kits?
Absolutely. So here's one of our kits here. Each kit comes with a STEM journal, and they come with a variety of different experiences and experiments. So they'll have beakers in them. They will have different chemicals that are, of course, safe, like glue and vinegar. And these experiments are all packaged and designed so that they can then join us on our 5-day-a-week virtual class in real time with our instructor. Our classes range, we touch everything from physics, like Newton's cradle. We're even growing bacteria. We make our own glue and wonderful art projects, and even agriculture and planting. We planted this during our first class.
So right quick, a little bit of time left, but tell us why you think it's so important for kids to develop this knowledge of science.
Well, in order to be really great in science, tech, engineering, or math, you've got to develop that grit or that perseverance. This allows them to do it in a fun and curious way with things that they're usually very familiar with.
Okay, so right quick before we get away, can you help people who are interested in finding out more about Cincy STEM Lab or the kids get information and connect with you?
Absolutely. If you visit our website, www.cincy.stemlab.com, and go to our events and classes section, you'll get all the information on our pickup dates and the classes and their times and schedules.
All right, Chelsea, that looks like tons of fun. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
You don't want to take any risks. That's why we want to talk about something called fogging and how it can help clean and sanitize your home. And Nick Alley, the project manager for Dry Effect Restoration Services, is here to tell us a little bit more. Nick, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So what is fogging?
Yeah, so fogging is the means of sanitizing an area by running a disinfectant through a machine called a fogger that makes the particles smaller, so it creates a mist or fog, which is sprayed through the house, fills the air up, and then comes in contact with flat surfaces.
What does it look like?
Well, it's a mist or fog, so I would liken it to maybe a steamy shower.
And why would someone want to go through a process like fogging? What does it do?
Well, it eliminates viruses, bacteria, mold spores, and odors. So in today's climate, it might be something worthwhile.
Is this something that everybody at home potentially should consider moving forward in the next couple months?
Yeah, I would recommend it. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you know, we are so used to using Clorox wipes or any sort of spray. What is the difference between a method like fogging and utilizing just your basic cleaning supplies?
Yeah, sure. So sanitary wipes just deal with the surface that they're in contact with, whereas a fog, you're dealing with the air and the surfaces. So it can get into tighter spots through the HVAC system, under furniture, and cracks in the floor. So it's a lot more efficient than just a wipe.
Interesting. How long does a process like this take?
It would, for a normal house, probably an hour it would take. Now the activation time is 30 seconds, whereas a sanitary wipe is 2 to 3 minutes. So it's quicker than your normal wipes.
Would you say, if you're going in to do this, is this safe also to have pets and animals and kids around?
Yeah, so the product we use is a green product. It's plant-based. It's safe for kids, pets, also safe for textiles and food surface areas. But we recommend customers leave just in case they're irritated, but it's a totally green product.
Would you say in a time like now to recommend someone to go through a process like this or wait a couple weeks? You know, could you go and take a walk and come back and it be sanitized, or would you say hold off?
You mean far as the fogging?
Right
if
now,
we
yeah,
did a fog?
with the viruses that are going on.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend doing it as quick as they possibly could.
And how often would you recommend?
For residential homes, I would say once a month. For high traffic businesses, probably once a week. And then they probably should implement that as part of their regular building maintenance.
Oh, wow. All right. Good to know. And more importantly, if people want to get more information, where can they go?
They can reach us by phone at 513-763-2121. Reach us by email at contact@dryeffect.com or any of the social media sites.
All right. Nick, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Oh, the stuff you learn on this show. Allie, thanks. Coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, if you had a redo on sheltering in place, what things would you choose to have with you at home? We're going to have a preparedness expert from FEMA give us her list of top things to make sheltering a little easier. All that, whole lot more coming your way in just a few minutes. Being under quarantine has people spending a lot more time at home, leaving many of us facing some unique challenges. Joining us today with some stay-at-home essentials is preparedness expert Cheryl Nelson, founder of Prepare with Share, and an instructor for FEMA's National Disaster Preparedness Training Center. So Cheryl, good morning. Thank you for being here. I'm going to dive right in and ask you about some tips for being prepared while sheltering in place.
Hey, Clyde, good to see you. Yes, as a FEMA certified instructor, I've been teaching preparedness for a long time, so make sure you have that disaster kit. Don't hoard the toilet paper. Eat well, stay healthy, talk to your family and friends, and stay positive by focusing on what you can control.
Okay, so is there a device, a gadget maybe that can help make staying at home a little bit easier?
Yes, there is, and I love it because there's so much more housekeeping now that we're all at home. So turn to technology, and this product right here is the iRobot Roomba i7 robot vacuum, and its patented dual multi-surface rubber brushes pull in dirt, debris, and pet hair from wherever it hides, while a high-efficiency filter captures 99% of pollen, mold, dust mites, and those cat and dog allergens. It also has Imprint smart mapping, so it knows the kitchen from the living room, giving you total control of the cleaning schedule. And get this, you can get $100 off for Mother's Day.
Oh, wow, that's big. Now, you know, one of the consistent memes is that we're spending more time at home with our pets, and they, of course, are spending more time with us. Anything that helps us deal with our pets in this situation?
So funny you ask, because I've got 4 cats, so I'm hashtag cat lady, and I'm proud of it. I spend so much time with them lately, and like many pet owners with cat allergen sensitivities, I've got to find some new, more effective ways to manage my cat allergens, I found out. And Purina Pro Plan Live Clear is a revolutionary new cat food that has been shown to reduce the allergens in cat hair and dander in as little as 3 weeks when fed daily. So basically, it helps cat owners get closer with their cats.
Okay, the other meme is that parents are spending more time at home with their kids homeschooling. Anything to help there?
Yes, my heart goes out to all of those parents because the key is trying to make learning fun, and I have another great product, and this one is Carson DeLosa Education, and they're one of the nation's leading educational providers who recently launched the Disney Learning Collection, which brings motivation to young learners with Disney Magic. The collection has a range of workbooks and flashcards for kids ages 3 and up. CarsonDeLosa.com has everything for under $13. And I don't know about you, but my sleep has decreased. My screen time with Zoom calls and movie watching has increased, and I found a great product. Objective Fast Asleep Sleep Chocolates. Yes, dark chocolate with calming GABA and relaxing saffron, I know, to help keep you sound asleep all night. Take one 30 to 60 minutes before bed for improved quality sleep, and to help your eyes with all that screen time, Eye Shield protects your eyes from the inside out. It's a dissolvable powder that protects from too much blue light and helps relieve eye strain. Just mix with water or juice once a day, and you can find these products on objectivewellness.com for 25% off and free shipping using the code HOME.
And in general, for more information, where can people go?
Visit tipsontv.com for more.
All right, Cheryl, thanks so much. We appreciate you talking to us today. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Allie?
And we'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, be sure to check us out on Facebook. We post all of our guest segments and community stories there for you to watch, share with your friends again and again. So like us now and follow us on Facebook.com/Cincy Lifestyle.
Now, PK, the director, thinks we've seen this shot before. I don't know why he would think that. But anyway, hey, look, it's a little cloudy out there today, and that's going to kind of be the tale of our weather here in the tri-state today, so be prepared.
It is windy. I know you can't look outside right now because you're in the studio, Clyde, but boy, I can see out the window, and it is windy. Don't get all too excited. But what you can get excited about, because coming up tomorrow here on Cincy Lifestyle, have you ever wondered about the man Price Hill was named after? He was an eccentric guy with all kinds of odd quirks about him. For example, he refused to eat apples. We'll tell you all about this interesting character in an all-new edition of Cincinnati Curiosities.
Then it's time to recognize the men and women who make us look good. Hairstylist Appreciation Day tomorrow. We'll talk to a local salon owner about how you can support these workers, non-essential workers, and her thoughts on people cutting and dyeing their own hair. Mona, are you listening? Thanks for watching us today on Cincy Lifestyle. Feel free to reach out to us at all the ways you see on the screen. And of course, make sure you have a great day.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, make it a great day.